Liverpool fans hoping for early January transfer fireworks may need to stay patient, because the latest update on Marc Guehi suggests this is a story more likely to explode in the summer rather than now. Still, make no mistake, this is a transfer saga that is quietly building momentum behind the scenes, and Liverpool remain right in the middle of it. Marc Guehi has become one of the most wanted defenders in Europe, and his situation at Crystal Palace is attracting serious attention. With his contract at Selhurst Park set to expire at the end of the season, the Palace captain is now entering the most dangerous phase of any deal for a selling club. Time is running out, leverage is slipping away, and elite clubs are circling. According to respected transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool are one of several major teams closely monitoring Guehi's situation. However, as things stand right now, there is no advanced move from any club for a January transfer. Romano made it clear that while interest is strong, nothing concrete has been pushed forward before Christmas. The key message from those close to Guehi is simple. The most likely outcome is that he stays at Crystal Palace until the end of the season and then leaves on a free transfer in the summer. That scenario is hugely attractive to Europe's biggest clubs, especially in a market where top-quality center-backs are expensive and hard to find. Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Barcelona, and Real Madrid have all shown interest. Some clubs have gone further than others, making direct calls to understand the situation as early as October and November. At this stage, it is more about positioning and timing rather than formal negotiations. Liverpool's interest is not new. The Reds were very close to signing Guehi during the summer transfer window, and the deal only collapsed because Crystal Palace could not find a replacement in time. That failed move is important because it shows Liverpool's long-term belief in the player. They have already done much of the groundwork. Guehi himself has continued to perform at a high level despite the uncertainty around his future. He has been one of Palace's standout players this season, contributing 2 goals and 3 assists in 16 appearances. His leadership, calmness on the ball, and ability to read the game have been crucial, especially during a difficult period for the club. Crystal Palace have struggled for consistency, winning just 4 of their last 11 league games. Heavy defeats, including a 4-1 loss at Leeds, have increased pressure on the squad. Yet Guehi's professionalism has never been in doubt. He continues to lead by example, knowing that every performance is being watched by Europe's elite. From Liverpool's point of view, the Guehi situation could be closely linked to the future of Ibrahima Konate. The French defender's contract is also approaching a critical stage, with his current deal set to expire in June. While Liverpool have made an offer to extend his stay, there has been no breakthrough so far. Konate has attracted interest from several top clubs across Europe, and although Real Madrid have ruled themselves out, the uncertainty remains. If Liverpool sense that Konate could leave, Guehi would be a natural replacement, Premier League proven, entering his prime, and available without a transfer fee. That is why this story matters so much. Even if nothing happens in January, the foundations are being laid for a major summer move. Liverpool are watching carefully, staying patient, and waiting for the right moment to strike. The club knows that rushing now could weaken their position, while waiting could allow them to secure a top defender on ideal terms. For Guehi, the next few months will define his career. He can finish the season as Palace captain, leave with respect, and then choose from some of the biggest clubs in world football. For Liverpool, this is about smart planning, squad evolution, and staying one step ahead of their rivals. So while January may be quiet on the surface, don't be fooled. This is a transfer story that is far from over. The calls have been made, the interest is real, and the path is slowly being cleared. If Liverpool do land Marc Guehi, it will not be a surprise. It will be the result of patience, preparation, and perfect timing. And when the summer window opens, this is one name that could dominate headlines at Anfield. Liverpool find themselves at a fascinating crossroads, and the absence of Mohamed Salah has opened up a conversation that is now impossible to ignore. With the Africa Cup of Nations taking the Egyptian star away from Anfield until late January, attention has quickly shifted to what Arne Slot should do next, and more importantly, who should step up. One name is now being spoken about louder than ever: Federico Chiesa. This is not just idle talk. Former Liverpool midfielder Joe Cole believes the time has finally come for Chiesa to be trusted, started, and given a real run in the team. And when you look at Liverpool's current situation, his argument makes a lot of sense. Salah is away with Egypt, and he has already made headlines at AFCON by scoring a dramatic late winner against Zimbabwe. That only underlines his importance, but it also means Liverpool must cope without him for potentially up to 8 matches. That is a huge challenge for a team already dealing with injuries and suspensions. Alexander Isak is sidelined with a fractured left leg after that painful clash against Tottenham. Dominic Szoboszlai, who filled in on the right wing in the first game without Salah, is now suspended after picking up a booking. Liverpool are stretched and options are limited. This is exactly why Federico Chiesa is suddenly back in the spotlight. Despite his talent and experience, Chiesa has not started a Premier League game all season. For many fans, that has been frustrating. Every time he comes onto the pitch, he looks sharp, direct, and dangerous. He runs at defenders, he presses aggressively, and he brings energy that Liverpool sometimes lack in wide areas. Joe Cole summed it up perfectly when he said Chiesa probably deserves a run in the team. This is not about sentiment, it is about opportunity. Football careers often turn on moments like this, and AFCON could be Chiesa's moment. Cole even went a step further, saying Chiesa looks like the kind of teammate any midfielder would love to play with. That says a lot coming from someone who has played at the highest level. Chiesa is flexible too. He can operate on either wing, cut inside, or stay wide and stretch the pitch. In a system that relies on movement and intensity, he fits naturally. But this story is not just about who replaces Salah. It is also about Salah himself. Earlier this month, Liverpool fans were shocked when Salah publicly admitted he had no relationship with Arne Slot and felt he was being scapegoated for the team's poor form. Those comments caused real tension. He was left on the bench against Leeds, dropped entirely for the Champions League win over Inter, and questions started flying about his future. However, behind the scenes, things changed. Salah and Slot held clear the air talks. Apologies were made. Understanding was reached. Salah returned to play a major role off the bench against Brighton before heading to AFCON. According to Joe Cole, this disagreement may actually work in Liverpool's favor. Cole believes that sometimes a small conflict can reset everything. A fresh start. A chance to refocus. Salah going to AFCON allows emotions to cool down while he fights for his country. When he returns, Liverpool could get a sharper, more motivated version of their star man. That is why Cole insists Liverpool must sit down with Salah and talk honestly about his future. Does he still want to be here? Does he still want to lead this team? If the answer is yes, then Liverpool should do everything possible to help him rediscover his fire from February onwards. For now, though, the focus must be on the present. Liverpool are unbeaten in 6 games, even without Salah starting any of them. That shows resilience. But staying competitive requires smart decisions. Giving Chiesa a run is not a gamble, it is a logical step. This is a chance for Slot to learn more about his squad, for Chiesa to prove his value, and for Liverpool to keep momentum during a difficult period. If Chiesa delivers, Liverpool gain another trusted option. If he struggles, Salah will soon return refreshed and ready. Either way, Liverpool stand to benefit. The coming weeks could quietly shape the rest of the season. Chiesa has the stage, Salah has the motivation, and Arne Slot has big decisions to make. For Liverpool fans, this is more than a temporary problem. It is the beginning of a defining chapter.